Good morning, everyone. Yes. So, as the title suggests, grab your coffee and sit down. Hi, little llama. Today here in the UK, the weather is absolutely pants. Not very warm. You can see I've got the sweatshirt on. Windy. It's dull. I might even have to, mind you, I'll be all right for the minute. I was going to say I might even have to put the light on because it is very dark. What's it of autumn being here? Yeah. You say it's not very nice. It's windy. Typically, looking at, because we've got trees outside, they're going very yellow and brown. So we have had a few fall off because basically the estate that we're on, it's full of trees. So, it is getting autumnal, as we say. Hi, Keith, how are you? It's a bit sort of funny day, really. Seems like the wind's picking up. So yeah, hi Green Hazard, how are you? It's very autumnal, and I've ended up getting one of the thicker sweatshirts out because I felt the chill this morning, let's say. Mind you, having said that, apart from that, I've got a little bit of a cold anyway, so, but I am going for me injection on Monday, my B12, and I'm going to have my flu jab while I'm there. So yeah, can't say. Funnily enough, the sun's trying to come out now, but it's one of them funny days. We've had occasion to put it on a couple of times. Not today, but it's been cold, and it's sort of for, let's say, half an hour just to take the chill off things. Hi, Paul, how are you? So yeah, we have had it on, but not had it on, if you know what I mean. And we've sort of just put it on for 30 minutes just to take the chill off. So yeah, it's not been on. So yeah, it's I can't say I've had it on, not really, but I've done my washing this morning. That's in tumble dry because even though it's blowing, I don't think it'll dry it. So yeah, that's it. That's in the tumble dryer at the moment. Oh yeah. Little llama Laura says she's got a heating system where it eats at night and then releases during the day, so we can't put it on to take the chill off. Yeah. We see basically what I do. On my boiler, I've got like a timer around one, but it's one of the really old ones where you're fiddling about with these little slidey things. So what we tend to do is just control it with the thermostat. Obviously, when the thermostat's down to 0, it not kick in. But as you turn it, you hear a click, and that's when the heating clicks in, you see. So basically, that's all we do. We just turn the thermostat up a little bit. It kicks in, and then once it's warmed up a bit, we just turn it down and it switches off again. So it's easier than fiddling about with these things on the boiler. They're like little slidey things. So as you can see, I'm drinking my coffee. So so yeah, so that's what we tend to do. It's all right. I'm just messaging Bella. Because she did say she wanted an invite and she was sat at a computer. So I don't know whether or not she got it. I've sent it twice, so I'll just wait for a reply from Bella. So as I say, I did send an invite. In fact, I've sent it twice, and she messaged me before. Hiya, Ian, how are you? Oh, pardon me. I did send her, send her an invite, and she did sort of message me and say she was at the computer. So, but oh, I've got a question for you, Ian. Did your stuff come? It's all right. Ian was talking about yesterday. He sent for some accessories for his booster board. Oh, come on then, missus. Get on. You did message me to say you were sat at your computer. Hiya, Andy. How are you? Oh, that's cool then, Ian. I mean, I'm Marisa. How are you? I have I've done what Bella did, and I've done like a freezer shop. So, but they did say between 12 and 2. So, I mean, it could come anytime. I'll send it you again, Bella. But third time, as they say, third time's a charm. So yeah, I've had an email confirming that they're coming between 12 and 2. So I mean, when they say between 12 and 2, I mean like they literally mean that. Hi, Carolyn, how are you? Yay! When they say between 12 and 2, I mean like they literally mean.
Right, let's turn you off here. Hang on.
She comes in and she's turning me off.
No, I've got Facebook on underneath.
Oh.
That's it.
Right. I mean, not that I'm self-promoting or not that I'm bragging or anything, but Pixie advised me to do this. And I don't know whether you're going to be able to see this or not. And this is just to prove what I told everyone the other day. Can everyone see that?
No.
Oh, bummy. Right. I'll tell you what, I'll turn the camera. It's like the light's shining off.
Turn it the other way. Tilt it the other way.
That way?
Yeah, that's it.
So, can you see in the corner?
Over, that's it.
So, Bella, just confirm what them figures say.
Well, you turn the light off now. Leave it there. 242. Is that what I'm looking at?
It's 900 and something. 920.
I can't see it.
It says 242,920.
Yeah, 242,920. That's it. I can see it.
You know, if there's the the pessimists out there that don't believe the fact that I have reached my 4,000, that is just proof. And there's a picture, and that's me in the picture, and that is my analytics page. I'm not saying, but there is people out there that are going to, disbelieve me, if you like to say. So, Pixie says, well, take a screenshot, prove to everybody that you're not lying. The figures speak for themselves.
Yeah, you can monetize. Now you'll be in the money.
Oh,
don't mess your nerve, guys.
Yeah. But yeah, what all are about.
Well deserves it. Well deserves it.
Yeah. Social Blade is a good site for YouTube stars. Oh. Same as I say, I lost quite a few supporters, but it's slowly getting back up there. I've gained most of them back. So there you go. Now show us the check. I wish, Carolyn.
That's right.
Yeah, I wish.
That's what I said.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'll tell you something, Bella. When me and you make us first million, we'll look back on fondness. Yeah, right. Yeah, you know, same as I says. I mean, I keep saying to folks, I don't know exactly what I'm going to do about it. You know what I mean? And Chris is saying, well, you've got to have super chat, you've got to have monetize. You know what I mean? And he's sort of encouraging me to do this, and I'm sort of sitting there thinking, well, at the end of the day, is it really worth it? You know what I mean?
I think the trouble with me is, I mean, I've been able to have it for a while, but I'm just as total chick. You know what? I'm like, I'll cock it up. I'll do something. I'll do something.
I think the thing is, Bella, in order to get a super chat, you've got to apply to be monetized. I mean, Keith and Ian will know more than what I do about it.
Yeah.
But from what I can gather, once you get the watch time hours and you've got the 1,000 supporters, you have got to apply to YouTube to be monetized. Now, once they say, oh yeah, you can be monetized, you can put ads in all your videos, which also earn you revenue. But in order to get the super chat, you've got to be monetized as well.
Is monetized worth it? I mean, is it worth it?
Well, put it this way. I mean, Chris has had 2 checks because you've got to reach like a £60 threshold before you can like collect, if you know what I mean. Let's just say.
And how do you? Is that through the super chats or is that through monetized?
That's through both.
All right.
Because there's a thing. I mean, like Ian had a check from his AdSense, and that is the revenue collected by people watching your ad. Because you know, like when somebody clicks on your video,
yeah,
right at the very beginning, an advert always plays, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So when you monetize, when that ad starts up, if a person watches that ad in full before your video starts, that's when you get paid.
Right.
The more people that watch that ad, the more YouTube pay you.
Right.
I mean, I don't really understand a lot about it myself, but this is just what Chris has told me.
Well, if you don't understand it, what hope have I got?
well, Chris will best be placed, to tell you about it. And Carolyn says, when you make your first million, come and see me. You might be waiting a while, Carolyn.
The only reason I don't do it, Carolyn, is because I'm a techno dance and I'll just get it all wrong.
Well, you see, the thing is, Carolyn, I mean, Bella has had the 1,000 supporters for quite a while, and she's like got something like 600 and odd watch time minutes, which is like, more or less double what you're supposed to have. But she don't understand the way that, exactly what it does.
I've just learned this week. I've really got the hang of hangouts. Just this week.
What we'll have to do one night, Bella, is that we'll have to get Chris to do a private hangouts with you. Yeah. And like talk you through and like what you have to do. But I do know that once you get to them 240,000 minutes, you then have to apply to YouTube to be monetized. Now, I've heard several different stories. I mean, take Keith, for instance. He applied months and months and months ago because he reached his 240,000 hours, and he's still waiting to hear from them. Now, then we got Weaves World in, and he said he heard back within 4 weeks. So it's like a bit of confliction. You've got people that are waiting ages, and then you've got other people that are only waiting a matter of weeks.
I don't really understand it. But I don't know. I mean,
well, look at it this way, Bella. I mean,
it would help me buy a little bit of makeup to put on my channel.
Yeah. Well, it's basically they won't release the money until you get to that £60 threshold.
Yeah.
Now, Chris has had that twice. You know, but they put it straight in your bank, basically.
Yeah.
But once you reach, you can either leave it or you can collect it, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But for such as you that want to keep buying your beauty products, once you get to that £60, that £60,
yeah,
goes.
Yeah.
So you might think, oh, I want this, I want to do this for my channel, I want to buy this for my channel.
Yeah.
So you ask them to pay you.
Yeah.
You can leave it and let it build up and let it build up if you so wish.
Yeah.
But let's say, for instance, you get £70 or £80 and you think, oh, I could go out and buy this or I could go out and buy that. You can ask them to pay you and they will do.
Yeah. It would help, you know, because it's not like we're money people, is it?
Well, this is what I'm saying, Bella, but the amount of views that you get and, you know, and Keith says you should monetize, Bella. I mean, you've got the watch time, you've got the supporters. So it'd be that little bit of extra.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It'd be that little bit of extra money for you to go out and buy them extra beauty products. Hi, Angel, how are you?
Yeah, I think they're all.
I was trying to explain monetization and everything to Bella. I says,
wait, there's a strange geezer just come on.
I was isn't this the bird that sends me all this makeup that put my eyelashes and stuff? How are we this morning?
We're all right, love.
He's tweeted out the live stream. But yeah, I'm just trying to explain to her, Ian. I mean, you have to get up to a £60 threshold, don't you?
Yeah, I've just got my first one. Didn't let me check it. It was last month I got it.
But, you know, same as our sister Bella. I mean, in Bella's situation, she could, you know, she could ask for that to be paid to her. And she could go out and buy, you know, a foundation or a makeup palette or whatever, you know.
That palette was £60.
Well, I'm just saying, I'm just speaking metaphorically, Bella. It'd allow you to enhance your channel because you are a beauty diva, or whatever they call them.
I'm not quite a diva, but yeah.
The beauty community, let's say.
Yeah.
I've used mine to buy some lights to the front of my booster board, Bella.
Did you?
Yeah, so I got 60. What was it? £64 a check that come through. It come literally. I didn't even know I hit it, and it comes straight through to the post, and it said Google, and you open it up. It's like a pay slip, and you just open up on each corner, and then you just check it in. It's normal.
Oh.
I've just bought some lights for my board, which was £46. So
yeah,
I mean, Keith's just said it's like it all helps.
It does, Keith. It would help. I must admit, the only reason I don't do it is, like I said, I've only just got the hang. I don't else. I mean, I'm just useless.
But I mean, same as I said, Bella, the best thing to do is either Chris or whoever to do a private hangouts with you. Have Baz there with you, so if you get confused, you know. Not saying, Bella, but I'm just saying.
She knows me well, guys.
If you get a bit confused, Baz can say, well, it's there, look, or it's there, look. You know what I mean?
If I have a blonde moment.
what like Sharon keeps doing. She's done that 2 days on trot in. I'm not kidding you.
Yeah, she has. I was just going to say, by the way, Bella, I like the wall behind you.
What did you say? I'm in that room again, look.
Yeah.
I said I like the wall.
Well, I'll tell everybody. Ian says when he first moved in, the all was a horrible piss yellow colour. And I says, what, like that one behind Bella? Yeah, Keith says he's had £180 out of my channel over 11 years, but not a lot. But I was able to buy more gear. But you see, Chris has had 2 payments. He's like, you know, what Bella would be like. Wait till you get to that £60 threshold, and then he says, "Can I have it?" And then you 2 pay you.
What? How long has Chris had? 11 years, Keith. You've had a channel 11 years.
Yeah,
long.
He's been going for a while, hasn't he? Because he used to do. I'm sure he did videography at one point for weddings and stuff. Keith's been going for a while on his channel.
Keith says I didn't know Gail was in the room. Yeah, but I mean, Gail's the one to speak because we were talking about it the other day, Keith, and I sort of, I didn't tell her I was going to invite upon the panel, but she was in a bedroom with Pishella paint on it as well.
At least mine's lit.
Yeah. Yeah, Carolyn says it'll be. Carolyn says it'll be a year in January. We see I only started mine just over a year ago. Mine were a year in July.
I've had my channel, I think, since 2009.
Oh,
but I didn't post anything on it, though, Bella, only till about 2 years.
That's like me.
Yeah, it was. I had it, but I never used it as I do now.
Same
it was always sat there to just me go on to YouTube to like and stuff like that, but I never used it like I do.
Well, I'm going to tell you something now, Bella. I mean, I think Chris's first ever video that he posted, we bought Callum one of these, one of these electric scooters, what Sophie's on about, Ian.
Yeah.
And that was one of his first ever videos. And funnily enough, it came up in my recommended list the other day.
Oh.
And that were like, I think about 2012.
I was going to say, I've just looked now. I joined the 16th of March, 2008.
So you've had your channel 10 years as well then.
10 years.
How do you find that out?
On your About page, where you put all your stuff, because I've got like my DJ entertainments, please subscribe to my channel, all that. Right at the very bottom of it, Bella, just above your views, it'll say joined and the date.
Yeah. Hey, Barmer Grits has got it right this morning. Woohoo! Oh, it's all right, Keith. If you're wondering, she came in her other one yesterday and didn't realise, and we still tried to point it out to her, and she went, "Oh, I'm having a blonde moment."
Yeah, Keith, because I started about the same time as you, mate. That's how I met you. You were doing your drone footage and stuff like that, and you were looking for people, and we met up that way. So that was about 15 months to 2 years ago now, mate.
I joined 4th of December 2012. But I've only been posting 2 years. I've been posting.
Yeah, similar to me and Keith. That very similar to me and Keith. Because that's where I met Keith when I very first started to post and started getting into it, and I'd only been on it properly, I'd like to say, month to 2 months, and then I met Keith via YouTube, and then it all went downhill from there, didn't it, Keith?
I can't remember how I met Keith.
I met Keith. Keith found me through me drone footage, and then I did an interview about 2 years ago with Keith. I've done a few different interviews with Keith, and then just kept in touch that way, really. And then I met.
I think what it is, I think it was through Gail, weren't it? It was through.
Yeah, through Gail. Because I only ever did beauty. I didn't do anything else. And Monica, who's a friend of Gail's in America, Gail went to visit her, and I watched Monica's video, and I thought, oh, she seems like a really nice girl. So I subscribed to her, and we just kind of got to be friends from then. And I think Ian must have introduced me to that crowd.
Yeah, Angel says he started his in 2011, but only had this channel since 2016. But funny thing
I was one of the first when Keith started doing the interviews. I think I was his second or third interview. I know it was a long time ago.
It's all right. I'm just going to check on mine. I'm sure it says wrong date because it says I joined in 2016, but I didn't. I only joined sort of 2017. So I'm just going to check, see what it says on mine.
I was going to say it was Chris before you, wasn't it, Jeanette?
Oh yeah.
Because Chris was on it, and then I remember you joining. I remember you were always in the background, and you'd come and say hi and stuff like that. And then you said,
"Well, it says here joined 21st of July 2016, but it's actually wrong because it was 2017."
Oh.
Right.
So yeah, it's all right. I'm just going to search for Chris's and see what it says on his. I'll tell you when Chris joined. I think it was about 2012. I'm not sure.
I think I ended up getting a YouTube channel.
Well, it says 2008, but I don't think he actually did anything on it.
Mm.
That was me. I got mine just so I could like and comment and stuff because it would never let me comment without a channel. So I could like and comment and stuff. And then about 2 years ago, I just decided, let's do a bit of footage. See how we go. And then since then,
I've done it for beauty because I love watching makeup. I always have done, and I was watching it for a few years, and I thought, where's the ordinary housewife? You know what I mean? Where's the woman that can't afford very much but really likes to make the most of herself?
Yeah.
There just didn't seem to be enough of them.
We're still trying to find it, aren't we, Bella?
I can't do root signs at the moment. And I've come across this girl, Cass. She's a good friend of mine now, and I thought, oh yeah, she was just a housewife, and I thought, I wonder if I could do it, and I just, jumped in and did it.
Hiya, Choppers. Oh, Keith says, Bella, you were unlucky 13th.
Oh, right.
And Carolyn says, not to change the subject, but how is your dating matchmaking thing going? Well, that's, Keith, Eagle VP is the one to talk to that because that Mick is Keith's friend. So if you're interested in Mick, then Keith is the one to set that up.
Hi, Choppers.
Joined
2007.
November 2007.
Aye.
But mine is actually wrong because it was 2017 when I joined, not 2016. So
it feels mad to say that 2000 was 18 years ago.
I know.
It's crazy, isn't it? I was like this today. Me and Steve was watching this morning, 30 years of it, and we were on about it, and I said, so I remember that, and remember this. And I said, what do you think about it now? I said, I can remember having a street party for Millennium. I said, but that was 18 years ago. And she looked at me and I went, 18 bloody years ago.
I remember.
This is the thing as well. I had an accident at work in 1999, but it was towards the end of 1999. And I did try and go back to work, but I found that I couldn't work. And it was 2000 was the last time I worked. And when you think, God, I haven't worked for 18 years, I've been sort of I'm laughing at Carolyn. She's put Mick, oh Mick, where are you? Oh, Chopper says he joined on the 1st of October 2007.
I was thinking the other day, do you know Prince's song 1999?
Yeah.
And I remember standing in front of our telly watching all the fireworks going off and singing that song because it was 1999. And it's like, it just seems like, a couple of years ago, not that long. Really gone quick.
You beat me to it. I always check first, you see.
Yeah. Well, I didn't even check.
No, I just went on to see if it got any subscribers and didn't. So it was kind of, I was just about to go, poof, and then you beat me to it.
You just call me quick draw.
It's all slack, darling. It's all over tin.
I'm Black Coffee and everybody now. Who or what are we? We're just basically talking about how long we've had as YouTube channels and sort of reminiscing about going back to 2000. And you know, you can't believe that it's like 18 years ago.
I know.
18 years ago, we had a street party, and I was the DJ for it.
Oh.
I was literally just coming out with nappies, I'll tell you.
Oh yeah, and me.
Jed, I would have been about 12, 13. I was DJing for my dad, so we rather drunk. We had a massive tent up in the car park in the whole street. We were there partying away. Did you see this the other day, by the way, Bella? This at the Albert Docks on this morning. He fell in, didn't he, on the old weather thing?
Oh, I can remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, he used to stand out in the docks and jump over and like, because it got like a small where Island was, and he used to jump over.
Did they put that on?
Well, they put it on. They put it on again the other day, didn't they? For the 30
I didn't
years.
think they put that on because he's banged up, isn't he?
Everyone's complained about it. Went onto Twitter, started kicking off, saying, "I think it's disrespectful." Well, they'd done it, and somebody out of the audience who was there had gone down to go on it, and as they jumped over to Island, fell in the docks live on TV.
Oh, Carolyn says beautiful tattoo work. I'm assuming she means Ian.
I can't see mine at the minute.
Yeah. And Carolyn says, "Barm, have you gone on vacation yet?" She says something about she were going on vacation. It were planned with her late husband, but she's doing it in his memory, and I think it did say October sometime.
Bless you.
Yeah, I've got 1 or 2 tattoos.
But yeah, I mean, basically, Chopper says he's eating chili chips with sweet chili. I think he means sweet chili dip, not sweat. Oh dear.
Oh, what was it we had the other day? Something we had, and it had. Is it jalapenos? It's called.
Yeah.
Oh my God, they're terrible.
I'm going to say, if I'd have known beforehand, I'd have told you to stay clear, Bella, because they are a hot pepper.
No way can I stick them. No way.
So
that's a toilet roll in the fridge job. That is.
Yeah, jalapenos are a hot pepper.
Definitely not.
So, but yes. Keith loves them.
Do you, Keith? No, not for me. I can't be that hot. I can eat. I like Madras. Jeanette don't like curry, do you, babe?
Well, I can just about manage a korma. Let's just.
That's not curry.
But you know what I mean. I mean that's about no. It's basically because I suffer with indigestion and.
Yeah. I can do a Madras, but like all those Vindaloos and oh no.
Chopper says I've been out from 8 a.m. this morning and got home at 5 p.m. Been cleaning up from 5:30. Got asked it. Yeah, I can remember you saying, Choppers. Keith says yes. Anything hot and spicy. Chopper says he eats some raw.
Oh, the thought of it.
Oh, no. Carolyn says she's getting a foster dog today called Diamond.
What sort of dog is it?
Chopper's fosters as well.
Does he?
Yeah. He fosters mostly dogs. Well, I think anyway, but I know Chopper's does fostering.
Oh.
Cherry Giggle says hot and spicy give me the runs, but worthy. You see, it's not that reason. It's because I have acid reflux. So anything hot and spicy, it's all right to enjoy it when you're eating it. It's later that you pay for it, isn't it?
No. I take those
Lansoprazole.
yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what I take if you remember.
It's much the same, thanks, Keith. It's a long old process, but it's much the same. But it's getting there, hon. Thank you for asking.
Yeah, Chopper says he does foster dogs and cats.
Oh.
My mild is too hot for me, says Carolyn.
Mm.
But yeah, I just like the Korma because obviously it's creamy.
I like korma. I do like korma. I don't like it so hot that you can't even taste because all you can taste is heat.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Well, I'm going to tell you a story now, and I'm going to make you laugh. Well, Callum was, you know, when he were like cooking at school, he were making a spaghetti bolognese, right? So he comes home that night. We dished it up and everything. So we sat there eating it, and I'm looking at Chris, and he's looking at me, and I'm going like this. It were making me, it were making me, you know, my lips tingle and my tongue tingle.
Oh, bless you.
So I'm looking at Chris, and he kept saying, "Do you like it? Is it all right?" And I kept saying, "Yeah." So I says, we were both sat there not wanting to say anything.
Of course not.
So I says, "Well, in all honesty, Callum," I says, "I don't know what you've put in it." I says, "But it's making my lips and my tongue tingle." So apparently, he explained it to me. They got to put this spice or something in it, right? I don't know whether it was like a mixed spice or what it was. It was some sort of spice. So he says, "I think I know what I've done." He says, when it says, you know, like how when you put a teaspoon in, it says TS.
He's put a tablespoon.
TSP.
Yeah.
And for a tablespoon, it says TB.
Yeah.
He'd mistook thing, and it should have said 2 teaspoons, and he put 2 tablespoons in.
God.
So Kenneth, how are you? But yeah, ending up, we ended up having to leave. We ate most of it, but it got to the, you know, as we carried on eating it, it got to the point where I couldn't feel my lips or my tongue.
No.
But I mean, don't get me wrong, it was nice. Apart from that, you know, he said, I think I made a mistake.
When I first brought him home from school, it's that my Becca can make cakes, and our boy can make cakes.
But yeah, I mean, apart from that, Bella, that is the only thing where it just made a mistake, that's all.
Bless him, but he's quite into cooking, isn't he?
Oh yeah, he loves it. He loves it. So same as I say, apart from that, but same as I said, I mean, it were a mistake anybody could have made.
Yeah.
You know, it was a mistake that anybody could have made. I mean,
I've said, when you come down, I said, they'll be here for 2 days. He said, "Oh, looking forward to that." He said, "I'll do the cooking." I said, "What are you trying to say? What are you trying to say?"
So, in other words, you don't trust your Bella.
Yeah, I want to know this as well, Keith. When's Jeanette going to start your live cooking streams?
I've got to set up for somebody to take part first.
The excuses are coming, Keith. You know what I mean? She could sit down.
I'm just going to hide.
I mean, I could do it by myself. I could do the baking live by myself. And Chris actually wanted me to do one yesterday. I've got all the ingredients. It's just sort of setting all the thing up in the kitchen with the webcam and everything, so people are able to watch me. If you understand what I'm saying.
You can get all your ingredients set up before, like bowls with the right amount of stuff and all.
Well, I always do that when I do my vlogs anyway. Keith says, "What about Bella as your first?"
Thanks, Keith. I thought you were my friend.
But you see, the thing I'm thinking of doing was the berry crumble. But like the fruit, it has got to be simmered and like made into it like a jammy thing.
Yeah, don't count me in for that one.
But it's like, you know, I'd have to do that beforehand because it'd be too time consuming.
Too much.
Hi, I'll see Calvin. How are you? Carolyn says her granddaughter made a cake and put salt in it. But yeah, I mean, Carolyn only needs 6 more. So come on, guys, get supporting Carolyn.
Make it 5 now.
Oh, you only need 5 now, Carolyn. Come on, we can. I don't know what your goal is. Do you want me to have a look at your channel?
1,100. She's at 1,094.
Oh, there you go. So if we can get 5 more.
Well, I've made a video for when I reach 1,500. And it's a giveaway. Well, I'll tell you guys on here, it's a giveaway. It's a pallet. I bought a pallet and I bought another one for a giveaway. But I don't know what happens. I don't know if anybody else notices this. When I was coming up to 500, it took ages to get to that 500, like that last 10. And then it happened again with 1,000, and it's happening again now with 1,500. It's like that last 10 is really hard to get.
I'm stuck at the minute, Bella, at 1,535. I seem to go up, and I'll gain, say, 4 or 5, and I get up to about the 1,540, and then I seem to drop again.
Yeah.
I can't seem to get past that.
I know. That's what's happening.
I think everybody's having the same problem. I think it's like mine goes up, then it drops, then it goes up, then it, you know what I mean?
I just want to give this blooming video, this makeup thing up. And I've made the video ready to say, you know, it's a giveaway. And it was like a new palette that had come out. It would be blooming ancient by the time I get 1,500.
Yeah, Carolyn says, yeah, went up, went down. Well, I'm going to let everybody in on a little secret, Bella. We were talking about vanity case makeups, and I says, Chris went through a stage where he'll buy me one for every Christmas. So I got this vanity case.
Hey, Steve.
Hi, Crimson, how are you? And I was showing Bella it, you know, and she went, oh, that, you know, it's got lipsticks in, it's got lip gloss, it's got several eyeshadows, blah, blah, blah. But it's got like all these things that you pull out. So I was showing it Bella, and she went, oh, that's lovely, that is. I says, well, Bella, I says, I've got about 3 or 4. I says, you can have that one if you want it. And actually, it's down here on the floor. I'll show everybody, because it's sort of down here on the floor.
I know, and it's a nice case, so that even when the makeup's gone, you could still use the paint.
Well, this is actually it. Look,
I'd have to try using the makeup one time, Bella.
So yeah, that is actually it. And I'll just show you. It's like got a thing on top where you lift. Look, got a mirror in it.
It's nice to sit on the vanity.
Yeah, got like all the brushes and everything. That's sort of the top layer. There is two nail varnishes. I went through a stage where I was trying to grow my nails, but they sort of all your eyeshadows and everything. Are they lip glosses? I think. Yeah, they're like little lip gloss things. But then the sides press out like this. Look, when I can get it to come out, it says push in to open, but you press it and know what's happening.
Oh, you're all right, Steve.
I think you have to. Well, I don't know.
We've got a troll bus that's just come in.
Oh, Gordon Bennett.
Yeah.
A troll bus made a comeback then.
Looks that way.
Anyway, it's not working now. Oh yeah, I know why it ain't working. Because you have to pull this front bit down.
Oh.
There again. Got all the applicators and like little brushes and everything. That's why it's not working, because it's look.
Oh no.
No, isn't it?
Like lipsticks, lip glosses, eyeshadows, blushes, foundation. and it's got like that one at its side as well. So that's shut too.
Not breaking it.
So yeah, and on that side, there again, you've got like lip glosses. They're lip glosses, like a foundation thing, you know. So, and I says to Bella, I says, well, Chris went through a stage where he was buying them me every year. So I've got about 4, well, not exactly like this, but I've got like 4 vanity.
I thought you were supposed to say Chris was going through a bit of a... What would say, all right, okay.
Hi, Marie.
Yeah, she said you could have it. I mean, I didn't.
And I basically sat there and I says, well, I've got that. I says, I've got that many.
Tackle box.
So yeah, Crimson says he's not doing too good, but
great tackle box, honestly. That's you, Mark.
So yeah, so I sort of said to Bella, I says, yeah, I says basically, I says when we come down in November, I says I'll bring it with me. I says you can have it because I've got about 3 or 4 more. So which I hardly ever, you know.
You're coming down in November? Didn't know this.
But yeah, so there you go. So I thought, well,
we'll have to meet up. Either we come over to you or you come over, whatever, Ian.
Yeah, definitely. I was thinking about this the other day. I have to meet up and come over and see you. You know, Gail was shocked yesterday because Jeanette went off the stream and it was just me and Gail. And Gail said to me, how do you know where Bella is? I said, well, I hope so. She's only 5 minutes away from me. I said, I know where she is. Like, she seemed shocked. I was like, she only lives 5 minutes away from me, you know.
But you see, is what happened, Ellen, was I didn't, you know, like I say to you, I've sent you an invitation, and never told her I'd sent her an invitation or anything.
Mm-hmm.
And she must have been sat on a bed or something. And she went, oh, she says, you caught me by surprise. She says, we're expecting you to, you know. I says, well, that was the old intention. I thought I'd catch off guard. And I mean, I never told her I was inviting her on or anything.
She just accepted she was in bed. She accepted it.
Well, she was dressed and everything. She was just in a bedroom.
Yeah.
You know, Gal is a cracking girl. She really is. She can come across harder than she is, but she has got a heart of gold, that girl.
Yeah.
She's lovely, girl. She's lovely.
I sent you something yesterday. I've made you a thing.
I've just replied to you. You know what? I seen it last night, but we had so much going on in there. We had football on, Conor McGregor, you name it, the full works. So I seen you sent me. I kind of looked at it quick, and then I cracked on. I've forgotten all about it, and I have these days where I go through my messages, and I was just sat here a minute ago, just going through messages, making sure I'd replied to everybody, and then I've just replied to you, Bella. Thank you very much, love.
I had to laugh. I mean, I
use it. It's just a, you know.
Oh, I will. I'll definitely use it. Next time I do a video, that's going on the front of my video, that.
But you see, the thing is, when Ian went live last night, I tuned in, and I went in, and there were blokes singing Christmas songs.
Oh, no, that was my doing that, right? Sam, he works behind the bar. There's another Sam that comes in that can't sing, right? And we said at the bar before I started, right? We'll have a bet. If he asks for Man I Feel Like a Woman first, then I was going to sing Barbie Girl. And I said, well, if he sings Country Roads first, I said, you've got to sing a Christmas song. And he looked at me, his eyes rolled, and I went, if I'm singing Barbie Girl, mate, you're singing a Christmas song, right? And then Sam come up to me and he went, "You sing Country Roads," and I was like, "Get in!" I won the bet.
Yeah. In October, Trollbuster. In October, because I sort of just tuned in as they were singing, and I put, "What the heck?"
So
you know, Christmas songs at the beginning of October.
Well, what made it worse?
I like country roads. I might give that a crack this weekend.
Yeah, well, what made it worse was there was about 100 people in the pub, right? And this Sam sat there singing a Christmas song.
Paul's put only 82 days to go, and Barmer says, "What happens in 82 days?" I think
Christmas.
he's referring to Christmas.
It was pretty funny. He ended up getting recorded. We put it on the big screen. We recorded him singing the Christmas song. But we had the Conor McGregor fight on last night, didn't we? As well.
I don't know.
Yeah, the UFC. He won, didn't he? And that was on at midnight. So I couldn't start till 10 o'clock after the Liverpool game, which, as we all know, I love football, don't I?
Well,
so
being you've said that, Ian, I mean, I didn't know what were going off because certain two people were watching football and they won 2-0.
All right. Well, that was going on. And then at midnight, we had the fight turn up, this Conor McGregor UFC fight. So we had to then stop again. So I only had about 2 hours last night of work, but we had 150 people in the pub.
Oh.
So it wasn't good, let's say. But
I mean, at the end of the day, if you're getting paid, Ian, if you're still getting paid, it don't matter, does it?
Oh, she's back. She's back.
Pingo on the TV.
Shut up, you.
Oh, are they joint top? Are they, Keith? I didn't. I wasn't aware. I don't know. All I know is they were sat watching the football, and they won 2-0 away from home. I can't even remember who they were playing.
I know. Liverpool lost, didn't they?
But it got to the point where I ended up turning TV off because I couldn't hear sod all.
I can't stand football. Hate it with a passion. I've just never got it. I've just never been into it.
I'm not into football. I'm not into football. When I was a kid and we used to go over West Ham, it was so different to it is now, Ian. It was so different. It was like a real community thing, you know. It was a real community thing. But now it's nothing like that.
No, it's, you know what? I've never been into it. I used to play football. I was in the football team in school, stuff like that. I've just never, ever been into it as of watching on TV. I watch it for 5 minutes and I get bored. The last football match I went to was Istanbul Championship League. When Liverpool actually won in Istanbul, I was actually at that with a gang of lads. But I only went because we classed it as a lads' holiday.
Yeah.
And that was the reason we went for that.
Gail's put, I wish Pingo would play football.
It drives me nuts.
My dad was a massive, massive Everton fan when he was like up to about the age of 20, and he just stopped watching it. So from the minute I was born, I've never had a dad who's been into football or anything like that either, Bella.
Oh.
None of my family, all my family are either boxing or rugby. So it's not been around me, unfortunately.
It's rugby's a big thing in the north, you know. It's not such a big thing in the south, Ian. It's not so popular in the south.
It's all us northerners, isn't it?
When I come up here, and Dad's took me, because we're quite near, aren't we, the Warrington there. Yeah. So the first time he took me to a game, I could not understand it at all. It was only like a trial game. It wasn't a real match. And I could not understand it. And I said, well, where's the goalie? He said, well, there's no goalie.
I can just imagine you coming out with that, Bella. Only Bella could come out with that.
I said, where's the goalie? And I said, well, I don't know. Why are they all picking on that bloke? He said, just be quiet and don't let anybody in.
Yeah, we've got a couple of big football or rugby grounds, haven't we, guys? We've got Widnes Vikings. We've got Warrington. Warrington's the big one, isn't it?
Warrington Wolves is a big one, yeah.
Yeah, and then we've got St Helens. That's by us, and we've got Wigan, haven't we?
Yeah, it's they've got nothing. No rugby. Well, yeah. I mean, Twickenham is obviously a big ground, but there's nothing really down there. Rugby's not big with the people down there. It's more up here.
Yeah.
Paul Worcester says that's the ref.
I'm totally useless, honestly, at sports like that. I used to love tennis. I used to play tennis.
Again, tennis. I've never been able to get into it. Never been able to get into it. But it's like golf.
I quite like tennis. I don't follow it now, but I'll watch it if it's on.
Well, the thing is, I mean, the thing is, Bella, my mum used to watch dart, athletics.
Right, guys.
I'll just tell you now, my mum were a Liverpool supporter, by the way.
Someone's got to be.
Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah,
athletics, tennis, rugby.
Yeah, sport person. I'm not a sport person
Didn't
at all.
interest was golf.
I'm absolutely useless. I was useless at sport. I could play tennis. I wasn't too bad at tennis, but running, oh my God. When we used to do the round, you know, the track, I was so far behind, they thought I was first. Honestly, I'm not kidding you. And so I'm totally useless at it.
Obama says she's leaving town tomorrow for a weekend trip with friends. That's
Ooh.
great, Sharon. But yeah, you know, anything. My mum used to watch. She were interested in football, rugby, athletics, darts, tennis. You know, you name it.
I love me darts, Jeanette. I'll say that I do love me darts. I watch, but again, I think that's because my dad has always had the darts on. So there's my mum. My mum and dad played darts. So
Oh, do they?
yeah, well, mum did before she passed away. I always remember mum playing a lot of darts with my dad. So I've always been around it to watch them do it. So I think that's why I enjoy it on TV, to be honest.
Yeah.
It is what it is. You don't get time these days with me having the business and stuff to even look at sport.
What about Sophie?
Sophie's the same. She's been up now since 4:45 this morning. She won't get home till 5:30. The time she gets in, she's buggered, Bella.
Yeah, yeah. Gail says snooker was the worst in black and white with me now. That were another thing that when my mum always used to watch snooker.
Who remembers the TV program with Jim Davison? That snooker.
Hot Black, were it?
Is that what it was called?
I think it were. That's stupid music.
It come on, didn't it? And they had a certain song, didn't it?
Yeah.
I remember that as a kid. Being on TV.
I always used to sing that snooker loopy nuts are we, that all that.
It was one of them, wasn't it? Yeah, Pot Black.
Yeah, I thought it were. But I mean, it's like the day and age where political correctness were coming into play, and hence the name. And
oh, it's so ridiculous now. It's so ridiculous.
Yep, it really is. But no, Bella, it's time somebody comes home from work and stuff. It's like yesterday, you know, she went to work at 5:00. She come home. She landed back in at 6:50 last night.
Oh, bless her.
Well, I leave work at 7:00. So as soon as she walked in, I had my jacket on. I give her a kiss and I went, "I'll see you later." Come in. I didn't get home till 2:30 this morning. She was snoring. I went, "You all right, love?" She went, "Yeah." I got in bed, watched TV for a bit. She got up this morning and gone to work.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking of treating her tomorrow after work. I think I'm going to the cinema with her, but she doesn't know yet.
I want to see the Lady Gaga film. I want to see that.
Yeah, I've been seeing that advertised. It keeps coming up on the TV, doesn't it?
I want to see that.
Chopper says getting a cold one back soon.
Getting a cold one back soon. Say a prayer.
Because Barma Grits, she needs a plumber, but she don't want to ask her sons to do it. She's going on vacation over the weekend, and basically I think it's a sink and there's two or three things, and basically
where's Barma? Where's Sharon off to? Do we know? Where's she vacationing to?
She just said she was going with some friends in like a camper thing, a 35-foot camper. Says they call it comfort. I'm not sure what I'll call it yet. So
That's sure. Not a bit of a break. It's always nice with a break here. Then.
well, that's it. I mean, she's recently lost her husband, so it's a way of taking her mind off things. Camping trip, Lord help me. But I mean, if you're in a 35-foot camper, I mean, it's not exactly camping, is it? Really, if you know what I mean. Not like as we call it, like a ground sheet in a tent. You know what I mean? No, definitely not. It's a bit. Sorry.
Gail's friend who's in the beauty community. I told you how I met Gail. Monica, she's got a camper, but oh my goodness, it's like a hotel. Our Scout is like a hotel. It's massive. It's absolutely massive.
Yeah, she's just said I call them comfortable. Those campers I stayed at Monica.
I'm just telling you now.
Yeah, she says it were awesome.
It is, yeah, unbelievable.
Last time I went on one of them RVs, that car show at the NEC in Birmingham, you could go on, and this fella said it's like £250,000 for this big RV. Like ridiculous. Went on it. It had like a double fridge and everything on it. It was amazing.
I know.
Yeah,
It's like being on a house.
some of them have got these great big, massive king size beds and all sorts in them, haven't they?
Well, that's what this was. It had its shower in its bedroom, had a normal shower. It had this kitchen, which was massive. All the side walls come out, so it made it even bigger again. And there was all kinds. There was a big American double fridge in it.
Yeah.
I'd rather have one of them in my house, not in my camper van.
Gail says when Monica said camper when I visit, I thought she meant a VW camper. But yeah, I mean, funny you should say that, Ian. But when we used to live in Great Yarmouth, we lived opposite the Avon holiday camp.
Oh yeah.
But they got like a part where, like you could take your caravans or your tents and they were one of them big American ones parked up once and sides come out and roof lifted up and all sorts in that one.
Yeah, they do now.
There's some really nice ones out there. They're just so. It's not so much about it being so expensive to buy one. It's where the hell do you park it? Where you couldn't go and put it on the front here now, could you? Or
no, that's what I mean.
I was just going to say, how many people have got drives or whatever big enough to accommodate such things like that?
Not because it's in the front, but she's got a big front, the big American house, and she's got it in the front. But yeah, over here, no, goodness knows.
I was going to say, us in the UK, I mean, like us, we haven't even got a drive.
So we've got a car park we've got a car parking space on the front, and we're lucky we can get a car there for this house because everyone else usually parks there.
Well, it's like here, Ian. It's you take potluck and first come, first served.
Yeah. So it's very much like that here.
So
parking, it's because it's just free.
Yeah.
Gail's put Monica could have parked 5 of the buggers in the driveway. Ours is a lot cheaper outside Boston.
Mm.
Oh, Gordon Bennett.
I've just taken for instance your replies where the questions are.
Oh, here we go.
There's always one, isn't there?
Oh, for God's sake.
There's always one.
I don't know how he does it. He's just like, honestly.
Well, Nick Artiga.
Yeah. 2 blondes. One says to the other, I've just taken a pregnancy test. The other replies, were the questions hard? Oh, no.
They're shaking his head.
Bath, watch your pork pies, mate.
I'm going to say, don't leave your pork pies alone with Tess, whatever you do.
Yeah, I'm starving.
I'm going to nip down to Aldi, I think, shortly. Jump on me. Well, I'm going to wait for my parcels to turn up. I'm not too sure if they're all coming today, though, Jeanette, or if it's just one. If it's one, I'm going to just do a video on it.
Yeah. To rub it in Chris's nose.
Yeah. Well, won't send any pictures until Chris until my other ones come because I want to see it all done.
Some would pay, some would pay.
But yeah, I mean, I've
What you drink?
like done a top up freezer shop at Iceland, so that I've arranged for that between 12 and 2. And you know how we're on about the other things. Bella knows what I'm talking about.
What?
Yeah. You're right.
Yeah,
Oh, you're
yeah.
right.
Well, Chris had an email on Monday saying that they were coming Tuesday.
Yeah.
Never arrived Tuesday. So when he came home at lunch yesterday, I says, they still haven't arrived. So he says, well, I tell you what, he says, I'm going to shoot an email off to them. So basically, they said, well, they can take up to 5 days after you've received the email. So he says, right, fair enough. So this basically said, if you haven't received them by Monday, just drop us another email and we send you some more out. So it's just a case now of waiting and seeing whether they come.
Might get both lots.
That's what Chris said. He says, won't it be funny? He says, if I write an email to them, say, well, they still ain't come, they post some more, and then others arrive as well.
Yeah. That happens sometimes.
Hey, that did happen. Remember the Sky remotes when they done all the limited edition like colours and stuff?
Yeah, I can remember them.
Well, they done a Frozen one with had Arnold and Elts on the front of it, and I wanted to get one for our Cody, and I ordered. It was only £20. I ordered one, and it said order before 2 o'clock. You get it next day delivery. So I ordered it, right, for it to come next day. It was for our Cody's birthday. Nothing come, right. So I phoned them up and said, I've ordered this remote. I said, it's not turned up. Right, we'll refund you. Order another one. So they refunded me. I ordered another one. It didn't come again. It ended up, I think it was 4 or 5 in total. I had to order what they reordered for me and sorted out, right. Went for about a week later, right. I only ended up paying for one remote. I ended up with like 4 or 5 of them come.
Oh.
I just kept me gob shut and just ended up
yes.
selling them.
Oh, yeah.
But I mean, okay then, Keith, see you all later.
Nice to
Yeah.
see you. See you later, mate.
But yeah, I mean, same as I say, he had that email Monday tea time. And it says, your order has been dispatched, blah, blah, blah. Expect delivery tomorrow. So they never come Tuesday and they never come yesterday. So we shot them an email off yesterday.
I hate waiting around for parcels and stuff.
I've got I ordered a dress because we're going to a wedding next weekend.
Ooh, she's getting posh.
No, and I ordered an address, but I might send it back. I regret because I've put on a lot of weight. I've put on a couple of stone over the last 18 months.
Don't be silly, Bella.
I have. And
You're perfect now, love. Don't be silly.
no, I'm not. No, not for me.
Yeah.
I'll be quiet. Yes, I have.
No, you haven't.
Don't know it's him.
I'm sticking up with Baz.
But it's just over the last couple of months, and I am really tiny framed. I'm very, very small, so it shows everything shows on me. So I bought a dress, but it's in a bigger size, and I don't want to start buying bigger clothes.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because it's like it's hard, and it's nothing to do with what I look like. It's to do with the fact that because I'm so small, and with the fibro that I've got, it's really hard for me to carry it.
Yeah.
You know, so
I get where you're coming from because I've had this saying where it's a personal thing, isn't it?
and it's like over the last 18 months. I mean, I don't know how much you know, but I've always sort of been one to watch myself, and I've always been like that. I don't know if it's vanity or what, but I've always been like that. But over the last 18 months, I mean, a lot happens, and it just I just didn't care. Do you know what I mean? I just didn't care. I was eating any old crap, and
it's like this, Bella. I mean, it like creeps up on you, don't it? If you know what I mean. You don't realise at the time.
no.
I mean, look at Callum, for instance. I mean, is 6 foot odd. people call him fat. Yeah, he is a bit overweight. Well, not a bit, but he is overweight, but he's tall with it as well.
But I mean, I'm just over 5 foot. You know, I'm just pint sized.
Remember the pictures I was showing you the other day, Bella? And I was with certain people, weren't I? And I said to you, look at the size of me in that. That was the same thing because I was called fat and all that side of things by a certain somebody. And I got to the point of where you just eat crap just for the sake of it, to be honest. So I get where you're coming from because Sophie will tell you, Sophie hears me a lot say different things about clothes and stuff like that. So I get where you're coming from. I've lost since January to now. It's just over 4 stone I've lost.
Yeah.
Gail
says you're Pingu sized.
And
I agree with you. I mean, you can't carry it as well when you're small in stature, can you?
I am. When I was having the children, and I was having Emma, they took me in to scan and everything, and they said to me about probably having to have what they call an elective section, that I would have to have a cesarean. And I thought, well, why? And they put 2 X-rays up. And they said to me, you see that little Indian woman sitting next to you in the waiting room? I said, yeah. They said, well, this is her and this is you. And like my structure was half the size, I'm just upholstered. Do you know what I mean? But my actual bone structure is really small.
Yeah, but I mean, that's the way you're built. I mean, you know, at the end of the day, that's the way you're built. Not everybody's same.
No. Chris has said, hi, Ian, Mrs. Fishcake and Mrs. P.
What happened to Honey Bunny? I preferred Honey Bunny.
Yeah, we'll rename Bella Mrs. Fishcake.
And Gail, I would say that's true, but it's probably all the stress and hassle I've had, to be honest with you, love.
It's all right. Barbara says, Marie, is it just me or can you keep up with all the real names in here? Well, Pixie obviously knows my other half. His actual name is Chris. So this is what I love about it, because more or less nearly everybody that's in here we're on first name terms with.
Yeah. It's very rare that I call Chris Pixie. It's very rare that I call you Mrs. P. Or
I always say Chris and Jeanette.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, that's what I love about it, is that it you know, that we are on first name terms.
And Gail's random life.
And Mark at Chopper's Rule is Mark.
Yeah, I was going to say Mark Chopper's, isn't it?
And he says, no, it's not. I'm called Sexy Beast.
Well, it was actually Sexy Bald Beast, but that's a different story. I'm trying really hard. I know. Jeanette and Bella. Well, I'm Ian, Sharon. I'm Ian.
Yeah. DJ Ian.
Yeah, DJ Ian.
Actually, Sharon, it's Jeanette and Jeanette, really.
Yes, because Bella's name is Jeanette.
Yep.
Everybody calls her Bella anyway.
Yeah, since I was little, they've called me Bella because my grandma was Irish Italian, and she used to call me her Bella Bella, and it stuck.
Hi, Mary. Do you know what my name is? You've got Bella. Do you know what mine actually is? Well, I was always called, my dad's name's Ian as well as me.
All right.
They call me Charlie.
Charlie. Do your family still?
Yeah, everyone does. Anyone who in the family call me Charlie. And
wow.
Sophie would say to me when she first was together, she was called, who's Charlie? And I used to grin at
it. You seen what Chris has put? He's not called, I got the booster board and I'm not giving it to you.
Yeah, that's the one.
But yeah, not a lot of people know this, but Chris has actually got a middle name.
Sheila. It's gonna be.
Well, put it this way: everybody calls him Chris, but only his mother can call him Christopher. Now,
Oh,
yeah, it's called Christopher, but he has got a middle name, and it's nothing fantastic, just plain old.
John.
It's just it's Christopher John.
Christopher John. Baz is Barry John.
Well, there you go. Then we've got more coincidence there, then, Bella.
I don't even know.
It's God.
No, I ain't got a middle name, Harold. No, it's nothing as exciting as that, Gail. It's just plain old John.
My middle name is probably one of the most. I would say it's one of the most common names for the women of my age. My middle name is really a common.
Mary.
No, that's Mary. I think Mary's a lovely name, but no, it's Linda.
Linda. Yeah, I know a lot of Lindas. So it's Jeanette, Linda. That's a mouthful, that one, Linda.
Well, you see, I haven't got a middle name because I think I thought on them sort of lines. I think my mum thought Jeanette were a mouthful in itself. That gave me a middle name to confuse everybody.
Everybody called me Bella though, because it's like I said, my nan used to say, because it's beauty in Italian, and she used to call me a little Bella Bella, and so it kind of stuck.
I got called Charlie because there was a crocodile as a TV program called Charlie the Crocodile, and because I bit my sister when I was a kid, it kind of stuck. So I was always called Charlie.
Gail says Linda means beautiful in Spanish. I kid you not.
Right. And Bella means it in Italian.
There you go. So you learn something every day.
Jeanette was because I think I was going to be called something else, but the midwife was really nice to me, Mum, and her name was Jeanette, so she called me after the midwife. Thank you, darling. Thank you.
You all right, Baz?
All right.
Chopper says, call me Mick Dundee.
That's not a lie.
Come on, let's go for a whizzo.
He's not talking about himself, he's talking about the dog.
I was just about to say, what's happening here, Baz?
I thought we say, come on, have a whizzo. You've got to go out for a whizzo.
So yeah, no, I'm just plain old Jeanette. I ain't got a middle name or anything. So
You're the same.
all my kids has got middle names. Every single one of them.
I think it was like the point.
Trouble says I was called little shit always to that effect. But yeah, I mean, Callum's Callum James. You know, every single one of my kids has got middle names. But yeah.
I was going to reply to Mark's comment then, but I'm not going to. I'm going to keep it clean and nice.
You see, I'd got it all planned out as well. I mean, if we're having a girl, when I were having Callum, it were going to be Abby Rose.
Ah.
Because I'd had that name all the way through every single one of my pregnancies. And obviously they all turned out to be boys, so I never got to use it.
Well, that really shocks me that you wasn't exactly a good child. I can't believe that.
I was sweet and innocent, me as a kid.
What happened?
Where did it all go wrong?
I kind of had to look away from the camera as I said it, though.
I didn't have no choice because my parents were
Oh,
no, Ian.
to be honest with you, Jeanette, I was a good kid as such. I never stepped out of line. But after my mum passed away, I become a very troubled kid.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. I
Yeah.
was very angry for a long time.
Yeah.
So that was the difference, really. If that hadn't have happened, I probably was a sweet and innocent kid, to be honest.
Mm.
Yeah, but I mean, it well, that thing happened when you were young and impressionable, let's say.
Yeah. So
I think, in all honesty, I mean, it would have messed anybody up.
yeah. So apart from that, I would say I was a good kid. Apart from that, setting fire alarms off in schools and stuff like that. Doing everything.
Carolyn says, "Still here. I can relate, Ian."
Yeah, I was 8, Caroline. So.
But yeah, I mean, it's sort of you're at that age when you need your mum, if you know what I mean.
Well, I'm not scared to say it. I was, because it was me and Angela, which is my older sister. She was Daddy's girl. I was.
Oh, it's Pingu! Oh.
Gail again.
See, I didn't tell anybody again that I invited Gail up.
Who sent her an invite?
I'm all right. I'm just getting ready to go to work. I'm probably going to leave in the next half an hour. And I've got Jane here as well. So I've told her.
Oh.
I said, shut up before. Don't make any comments when I'm on the phone because she'll say something that she's not supposed to say.
Yeah. Well, you know, if you're listening, Jane, I'm sorry, but you know, her mouth does tend to run away with the room.
All right,
Just scoring it lightly.
Beth just looked and said, "Oh, they're all going to leave now." Tell him, Gail. Tell him.
What? What did he say?
Hello, Gail, my love. How are you?
Oh, smooth operator is that Barry man.
Gail, you look so happy. Gail's always happy, aren't you, love?
Well, you've got to be happy, don't you? Life's too short.
She
Don't
does.
do that.
I'm going to say she'll not be looking so happy in about half an hour's time, and she's got to go
I
into
won't be
it.
looking. I've already been doing some. I've got a project, so I've already done about 2 hours here this morning. I'm going to go back in today and work, and then I've got another 3 or 4 hours tomorrow. So it's ongoing until next week, until I fly away to that American nation.
Well, it's a case of really. It's a case really, Gail. They're trying to get you to catch up before you actually go away.
Yeah.
Gail's personality is infectious. When you are with her, you just can't help but be happy. She's got that infectious personality. She drives me nuts, but she does make me happy.
And she's a little tinker behind the scenes, I'll tell you.
What?
I mean, the antics that night when we stayed over in Birmingham, I mean, they just speak volumes. I mean, you know.
I loved it when I hacked Eagle. I loved it when I did a live stream on Eagle's thing.
Oh,
But yeah, I mean, and that was all Gail's doing, by the way. Me and Bella are pleading the Fifth Amendment.
Morning, Carla.
You were co-conspirators.
We was just along for the ride.
Oh.
But yes, we was there. That's all I'm saying. We was there.
You were willing participants.
I'd still play that back.
Oh dear.
I should have kept it. We managed to get Keith went off for a bit, Ian. He wandered off into the distance. So I
went
took
to the
over.
bar, that's where we went.
Yeah, he went to the bar to get a drink, leaving his iPad. Stupid idea.
Oh.
He'd already streamed about 4 or 5 times. So I thought, hell, why don't I do a 6th one?
Yeah. Just tell Ian who you roped in as well.
Who's that roping?
I do.
Who did we have us look at?
Callum.
Because Callum was sat on the opposite side of the table, and she says, "Callum, can you see ball from here? keep your eye out. Tell me when he's coming back."
Me and Gail was on his laptop, and she's saying, "Oh, I think we love you," and that bloody Welsh voice she does. And all you could hear, Callum was saying, "I can see shoes.
Yeah. So boom. Have you been live, Keith?
And I kept dropping hints to Keith about looking at his
Oh,
laptop,
God.
and it took him I think it took him half an hour to twig. In
Oh,
fact,
I reckon it was longer than that, Gail.
Yeah,
Because Chris kept saying, "Look at your iPad, Keith. Look at your iPad." Even Callum were dropping hints, and he still weren't getting it.
I've still got the footage. I'll send it to you. Oh my goodness.
Bless him.
What are you eating there? What are you eating there, Bella?
Rice cake.
Oh, nice.
I've stopped eating bread.
Oh, you on a bread? Jane gave me bloody toast today, so I'm like, shoot. Typical. I said I'm on a bread strike, so she put bloody toast in front of me. That wasn't a very good idea.
Chopper says it's the male thing you wouldn't understand.
I'm going to go Subway, I think, shortly. Go over there, go to Aldi, Subway. Go and get something to eat.
I went to... Yeah, go away there.
Bye, Robert.
Wanting the rice cakes now.
I went to Lidl's. You know the Lidl's in town?
Yeah.
I went there because I've never been there. Everybody said it was like Aldi's, but it's not as nice.
No, it's not. It's not. It's okay, little, but
it's not as good as Aldi.
How was the cafe that you went to? I believe it was 5 stars.
Oh my Lord! Well, Baz had an all-day breakfast, which I should imagine had been sitting there all day by the taste of it. And then I had a jacket potato. You know when jacket potatoes have been cooked and gone cold and they heat them up again?
Yeah.
You can tell that taste, can't you?
Well, that is Warrington for you, but yeah.
It was horrible. We should have gone into Asda's.
You know what? I said this to Jeanette. I said, I don't know why you've gone in there because it's the one on the corner, isn't it?
Yeah.
I said, Asda's there in front. Asda's all right. I've never been in that cafe.
Don't go.
There's always been something about it that I look at it and I go, no, I'm not going in there. So,
no, don't go. It was horrible.
Next to Pound World, there's a little Poundland, whatever you want to call it.
That's gone.
Is that gone now? Oh yeah, the whole brand's gone, hasn't it?
Yeah.
That wins next Friday at 12.
Is it?
Yeah, Friday 12.
But the Cockhead Centre is amazing anyway, isn't it, Bella?
I hate the Cockhead Centre.
Yeah. It's the best place ever. So the whole of Warrington's great for shopping, isn't it? We have so much to do.
No, the Golden Square's not bad.
I hate the Golden Square.
No.
I don't think it's that bad.
It's too right. I'm not paying £50 for a pair of jeans at Topman. Right. I want shops that I can actually go in and buy nice things for. All right. You can go to Primark and buy the same ones for £10.
We got Primark now.
Yeah, it's that one round the corner, isn't it? By the old M&S, isn't it?
No, Primark's at the top of the escalators when you go in the bus station.
Oh, it's not M&S. It's British Home Store that used to be next door.
Yeah, that's it, yeah.
Next to it there.
Oh, a question for you, Ian. Did you see Gail's review on the GoPro 7, by the way?
No, I didn't even know she had been playing out with it.
Yeah.
I went out to play in it. I did. I went out and played on it. It's okay. I've got a few tweaks to do where I need to change the angles of it a bit, but it's a good little camera. I'm like,
and if it had arrived 2 o'clock in the morning, she'd have been out on it at 3.
I had to laugh when she posted in the group. She put, the music went a bit Pete Tong.
It did slightly.
I've just gone on to Gail's page, and this is what I'm greeted with. Gail, you look so attractive.
Oh,
That's quite an old picture.
yeah, it's me and Pauline in Vancouver at the beginning of the year.
5 months ago.
Oh, I love Pauline. That was so much fun, that little trip.
Oh yes, unboxing, and I will add them to the watch list. Add to watch later. Add to watch later. I will watch them later, Gail.
You're probably having it delivered next week anyway, aren't you?
I'm looking at next couple of days. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got to wait for the delivery first, Gail. He's
Oh,
adding
this is
some
why he was
accessories.
saying- He said, I've got a few things being delivered. I knew he had that bugger being delivered.
A few things.
Well, that's all right. If you have a look at Ian, because basically, if you have a look at it, and if you do this, I'll have a look at your review, and then you can advise me resettings, because you might find better settings than I've put it on.
I'm looking forward to having a good play with it, to be honest, because I'm certain that obviously the sensor and everything inside it's going to be a lot better than the Hero 4 on it. So it should be a lot more sharper and stuff like that as well.
Yeah.
So I am looking forward to having a good play with it. On a really good play.
While on your booster board.
Yeah.
Yes, why am I boosted board? The only problem I have with the boosted board, right, is I always have the controller for the boost board in this hand. Well, I can't hold the GoPro in this hand because of my knuckles. Right? I can't grab it properly, and this tenses up after a while. So trying to hold it behind you like that to get the shot, it's hard to have both in the same.
Why don't you get one of them grips things? You know, the grippy things, and stick it on the bottom and have it looking up. I don't think it'll get images of you, but it'll get images of the movement.
Yeah, for it. You can get this like adapter for the board, I believe. You just like screw onto it, and you can get like a front view of it. So I'm gonna have a look at what that's all about as well. It's only a couple of £1, aren't they? So for it. So
What, Ian? Next time I go down to Gail's, I might borrow your booster board.
you can.
Oh, he runs me off my face.
Bella live on a boosted board
I
now.
was going to say, a vision comes to mind of a zooming down the street, seeing your ass all together, with street, in an edge bottom, or if you see these two legs sticking out the edge at bottom of the street.
Bella would be like, "How'd you turn it on?" How'd you turn it on? And then she'd be like, "How'd you stop it?" How'd you stop it?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Hi, Gail. Vroom. Street pass.
When I'm out with her, I'm telling you, she walks at such a pace, and my legs are like on little wheels. You can see them going round. I said, I've only got little legs, girl.
So talking about the board, these posts that we get to stop, like cars coming through onto like lanes, onto cycle paths and stuff like that. There's a guy on the Boosted Board UK group. He's been on his boosted board doing 22 miles per hour. Right, he's come off it, and it's his helmet that saved him. He's fractured all his skull and broke all his shoulder.
God.
So I was reading. I said, "Sorry," I said, "Have a look at this." She went, "What?" I said, "Someone's come off the board and said this is the damage they've done." So Sophie's now like, "Be careful, be careful, be careful."
You're grounded. You're not going out on it.
Yeah. That's what I worry about getting a boosted board, is knowing me, I would have a fall.
I've come off it once, Gail. They are very, very dangerous. But if you start off in like beginner mode, eco mode, right?
Yeah.
What you do is get used to it, and even if you think, "Yeah, I'm used to this now, I'll go over it," don't stay on it for another week, right? Until you get perfect on it, and then knock it up. Because I'm on expert mode. I've still got 2 more modes to go, and I'm scared to even go up onto the next one. Yeah. So it's very fast. It's certain corners and stuff. You'll come down a path or something, and you'll see, I'll get around that dead easy, and you're going too quick, and you realise you're on that corner before you know it.
Yeah.
They are dangerous.
You know what Bella could do? Realistically, what Sophie were on about, getting one of them electric scooters.
Yeah.
But Bella, you can even get the electric scooters with a seat on, so you can actually sit down. Imagine-
I might get an electric Zimmer frame.
But yeah, I mean, that was Pixie's first ever video of Callum, because we bought him one of them, and it was what with a seat on it. Yeah, it does take a bit of getting used to, you know, like speed, etc. But you're sitting down, you're motorized, and you know, our wheels will go, if you know what I mean.
The only problem with the booster board is our roads. It's not meant for our roads. You get a lot of vibration for your feet. I've noticed on cycle paths and stuff like that, I say down the front in like Blackpool, because it's a lot smoother, it's perfectly fine. But the minute you go on a road, something, it does get a bit bumpy. I am looking at getting an off-road one, which has got air tyres, which means it'll stop all that.
You'll be like floating on hovercraft down the road then.
Yeah.
Hi, WrestleMania, how are you?
I can
Good
imagine.
day on WrestleMania. Hi, WrestleMania.
Next time you've got a day off, I need to talk to you, girl.
Okay, no worries. I don't have a day off now.
She doesn't want to talk to you now, Bella.
But I'm around. Let's see. Saturday. Can I call you Saturday night? Is that all right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's fine.
Well, you know what Gail's like. I mean, she's busy. I mean, and we're having Jane there as well, you know. So
she's all right. She's dealing with her properties at the moment, so she's all right.
Oh.
Everything's broken in the rental, so she's just doing that all day.
Oh, so she's got to sort stuff out as regards that.
Yeah.
Oh, bless you.
Yeah.
You see, that's the only problem with Jane. If her rentals are near you, and she lives in Scotland, it's quite a way.
That's why she comes down. So basically, she doesn't pay me rent, but she takes me out for dinner and stuff like that. That's the understanding. So as long as I've got some takeout for dinners or whatever, then I'm happy.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like, you know, vice versa. I mean, you know, you do favours for her, she does favours for you, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, and she has said
that's how it works, you know what I mean.
She has said that people can go up to Edinburgh if they want to as well, so that was quite nice. So she said the friends I've met can go up to Edinburgh. I said, can Bella bring a dog? And she said, yeah, she can take her dog up as well. So
on one condition.
Don't have any dog bites.
No, she said you can take your dog up, Bella, if you want to go with Baz.
I know, bless her.
I like Edinburgh. Edinburgh's nice.
It's beautiful. I really enjoy it up there. It's such a nice city. It's really easy to get around in.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. I love going up the mountains and stuff, but it half kills me walking up now.
How do you get up there? Because how could we take Tess all that way on a blooming train?
On a train, it's only 2 hours, 2 or 3 hours where you are, Bella.
And you think Tess will sit on a train for 2 or 3 hours?
Yeah, just dope the dog. She'll be fine. She'll be fine on a train for 3 hours, Bella.
I was just going to say,
pills.
I want to say you'd have to slip her a Mickey.
Yeah. She'll be fine.
Gracious.
I think it's only it's 4 hours from London to Edinburgh, and you're halfway there. Because how long does it take? Because you caught the Edinburgh train to London, and
2 hours.
2 hours. So it's only 2 hours up to Edinburgh. It's 4.5 hours. So 2.5 hours tops.
It's 2 hours and 1 minute from Runcorn, and I'm only one stop away from him.
Okay.
So it would be probably about 2 hours, 2 and a bit hours.
Yeah. Just make sure, Bella, she has a Wizzo before she.
Yeah. So she's got 2 hours on the train, and then you get off at Waverley and catch another bus, but that's only 20 minutes with the dog. Make sure have a little doggy wee time, and then get on the bus. You're fine. And then you've got half an acre of garden to go out on. She's got a big back garden, Bella, so you're all right.
They got it all planned for you, Bella?
Get me happy. Scotland.
And you'll enjoy it because the house is a 70s throwback.
I don't know how to say that.
But it doesn't mean you're an old fart. It just means it's going back. It's very nostalgic, bringing back your childhood years.
Well, I mean, when Gail last when she did the live stream and everything, this is no word of a lie, Bella. Can you remember the old coffee machine? Well, not machines, but where you used to put your coffee in it and you used to put your cup under it and put coffee like granules in your cup, like a dispenser. Still got one of them on the wall.
Yeah, and orange paint. And the kitchen's totally in the 70s. The living room is in the 70s. And her bedroom's in the 80s.
You lost it when you said it was orange paint because we know Bella's only into piss yellow.
I think Bella, our walls are the same. Look, we're coordinating. Look.
Hello, they just take the middle
of yourself then. We got on this very same subject the other day, Bella.
Mind you,
like this, and I went, no, like Bella's.
Ian's is almost the same as well. His is a brighter version.
Yeah. I think we call ours ivory or cream. I think she pronounced it.
No, this is definitely yellow.
Well, here in Sheffield we call it magnolia.
I want to do because I don't film in this room anymore because the reflection of the yellow is horrible. So we want to do this kind of a creamy colour, off-white colour. It's better for the filming.
I'd say we've got some good offers on at the minute for paints. And you won't believe me on this one, Bella. Aldi.
Have they?
This Aldi here, I went in the other day, they've got more shades of paint than B&Q have.
Oh, Lord. I didn't know they sell paint.
I didn't until I went in. They've got like drills and all that kind of stuff. And then there's a section where it's got spray paints and a load of paint.
I don't think I'd buy spray paint, though. I tried Asda spray paint on a fence once. It was like watching a mini man having a pee on the wall.
Rollbuster says they call it bedsit beige. we call it magnolia, and in the posh part of where Ian lives, they call it ivory.
we say ivory.
Posh part where Ian lives.
I was going to say, yeah, she's never been to Runcorn before.
Oh, I was going to say she's never been to Runcorn.
Well, obviously not.
That's like saying Orford's posh, isn't it, Bella?
I mean, you can't go wrong with magnolia or white, you know. I mean,
I want it just for this room, so it's a little bit, it's better for the camera.
Yeah.
Easy on the eye, is it? Let's face it.
So Baz has got his painting brushes out, as in now.
Yeah, I can't paint anymore.
Hey, Bella, why don't you do it in black and white, like with a little penguin at the back?
I'm sure she can get some penguin motifs somewhere. Just want to fetch it. Yeah. I know, Bella. I knew we were going to get it. Penguin's made an appearance.
Oh, I think you should do. Actually, hold on. Is she not dressed in black and white today?
Bella's like this now, covering up.
She's terrible to me.
So well timed. She brought penguin. You can see the black and white. I'm like, penguin. God.
Well, I mean, I look at it this way, Bella. You know, we're your true friends when we take the.
I know. Oh, God,
you know I mean?
When I come down here, when I come back up from her place, she'd come all the way to Euston with me on the train, and she was taking photos of it all the time, and she made a video. The penguins going home. She took photos of it on the lift, on the escalators. This penguin's going. Oh, for God's sake!
What she didn't tell everyone, she was doing it undercover, going up the escalator or whatever.
I didn't even know she
got
was
a camera strap over her shoulder, and she says, I didn't know she were filming. He says she, as far as I were concerned, she got,
I didn't know she was filming. So sneaky.
It was
so
such
it was
a
like
good-
when you weren't looking, she went click, 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 click.
It was
Oh,
so
dear.
much fun. I was just watching this little thing going up the stairs, and I'm like, that suitcase can be trending. That suitcase is definitely trending. I'm telling you, everybody loved it.
She cut some bits out because you couldn't hear me say, put that camera away.
Yeah, Bella was using the F word, unfortunately.
I don't say the F word.
I was gonna say,
Neither do I, Bella.
I was gonna say that's like me saying I don't swear either, Bella.
Oh dear.
I look so demure, don't I? Hello, welcome. Beauty and budget.
Hello, and welcome to Bella Beauty on a budget with Bella.
What have I got for you effing today? No, that won't come out.
Oh dear. But I think somewhere along the line we all sort of get to the point where we, you know, it's just an outlet, isn't it, really?
Yeah, I do swear rather a lot when I'm not on YouTube, I have to say.
Yeah. I don't swear on YouTube. I mean, I might on here.
Probably mostly when you're at work, Gail.
No, I'm not. Yeah, I do swear a lot. I do swear a lot, even outside of work. But I'm not. It depends on the scenario. Like when I go away next week, because I'm visiting with people, I won't be swearing.
Yeah.
But
It's,
when,
she was on a chat to me the other day, like we do the Facebook chat, you know, we was having a chat. And she said something to me, and she effing something. I don't know what it was, but Baz was just walking out the living room door, and he heard it, and he came back in. He said, "What did you say?"
Yeah, but the difference is, Bella, I mean, we don't swear on camera, but we do it, you know, privately and in private chats and whatever. Because we know what one another's like, if you know what I mean. In the same way, you know, anybody. When you know a person, you know, it's you're not all polite and, you know. Well, I'll tell you something. Chris said to me the other day, and he went, "I've never heard you swear so much." And I went, you know, we've been together together nearly 18 years and married 15, and he said, like these past few weeks, he's never heard me swear so much.
so you went, you could bleep off.
But yeah, you know.
Right, I'm going to go because I've got to make a video about face oils. I want to get it up before somebody else makes a video about blooming face oils.
And I'm going to go because I've got to go to work. So I'll see you.
Yeah,
guys.
I'm going to say I'm not going on much longer anyway. So
Thanks for inviting me in, Jeanette. Bye.
yeah, you're welcome.
I've got parcels coming today, so I'll be going soon.
Bye, Bella.
Well, same as I say, I am expecting an Iceland delivery, and they said between 12 and 2. So it's sort of best to be, you know, instead of sort of,
Bye.
yeah. See you later, Bella.
Bye, Bella. See you later. Bye.
Oh, Gail's gone as well. So then there were 2.
I was going to say there was 4. Now there's only 2. But did we say something?
But yeah, I mean, they were his exact words the other day. He says, "I've never heard you swear so much." But
I just forget at times. I never swear in front of Sophie's mum and dad, anything like that. I have swore in front of my dad, and it comes to like Sophie's family, I would never swear. When I'm out at work and stuff like that, as at the weddings, I don't swear. In Alchemy, to be honest with you, I just rip into everybody that I possibly.
yeah, Chris has just said he's eating chips, whatever.
Eating chips, not even sharing.
But it's like this, Ian. I'd get a clip behind ear roll if I swore in front of my mum. I mean,
Yeah.
the odd word used to slip out occasionally.
Yeah.
And basically, the look says it all because she used to, you know,
Yeah. Look at
that
you.
sort of look. As if,
I-
to say, what did you just say?
I would never swear in front of my mum. If she was still in, I would never do that. Just because it's my mum. That side. But my dad, he does swear a lot anyway. So he kind of can't moan and say anything like it because he said, well, you swear all the time.
But I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, my mum weren't whiter than white. She used to slip up a few times.
Yeah.
And then I'd say, well, there you sort of looking at me daggers because I've let a swear word slip out.
But
Yeah, you've just done the same thing.
Yeah.
You know, you're a one to talk. You've just said it.
Yeah.
But it was very few and far between. She didn't like swearing.
Yeah,
if you know what I mean.
I just forget, and I do. When I'm in like alchemy and stuff like that, on stage, like last night, I was ripping into Kate left, right, and centre. And again, I do forget, and I just go for it one after the other. But at the weddings, I never swear at the weddings, never.
No. Well, at the end of the day, I mean, that's your bread and butter. It don't look good on you or reflect good on you if everything that comes out your mouth is a swear word, does it? If
it's like we are now talking, right, with the groom or whatever, with best man, and it's there, and we're in general conversation, yeah. But when it comes to a microphone, I'll never swear the microphone for it. So it says my job at the end of the day. So they don't want to pay for somebody who's going to be swearing all over the mic. You know what I mean?
Well, that's it. That's it.
So,
Paul Michael David Bain. That's his second channel, I think. He says I swear too much sometimes. But you see, the thing is, I mean, it like same as Ian's just said. The nature of his job, it doesn't reflect well on him if it's like they're swearing.
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I'll admit I do swear. But I don't do it on camera. Yeah, I might come out with PISS or
Yeah.
you know,
Because
but
you're doing it as we were speaking. You're not swearing at somebody. You're doing it explaining. Way. It's not like you sat there going, and you can F off, and you can like certain other channel that we do now. But you do it as you explain. So like you were on about that with Bella before. You explain what was said. So I think it's a different way of doing it, isn't it? I try and reserve the bad words for special occasion.
but yeah, I tend to try not to swear on camera. Same as you said, like you know the description of the paint, etc. You know, but as a rule, yeah, I'll admit I do swear off a camera. And I'm not saying that I don't swear.
Just like a trooper.
You know, I mean, it's certain things, you know, that make you swear, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. You get angry and stuff.
I'm going to say I tend to swear when I get angry.
You've seen me more than once go for that, haven't you, Jeanette?
So, but I mean, it's the occasion, the situation, basically.
Yeah.
Into it, if you know what I mean. It's you know, but
I've gone off at times when things have happened, and then I've gone off and gone to Sophie and I've gone, poor Jeanette turned me be like that. I've gone, Jeanette.
But I mean, it's like, you know, at certain points things do make you angry, and it's like an outlet to let this anger and whatever out.
Yeah,
you do tend to, you know, say expletives, you know what I mean, in the form of anger, if you know what I mean.
Even Kate said the other day, she said, Ian, I said, I've never seen you like this before. So you don't want to.
Well, this is it. So, right, guys, I'm going to shut it down because, as I say, I'm expecting an Iceland delivery. I sort of don't want to be on live stream when knock comes at door. I've got a clear view of where they'll pull up anyway. So, but it's better to be safe.
Yeah.
Are you seeing what Chris has put?
I never sweat. I'm a good boy.
It means swear.
Well,
Yeah.
Chris,
That's all I'm saying.
I'm going to be doing you a video today, possibly. If not, it'll be Monday when they all turn up. But I'm going to be doing one anyway today. A bit of an unboxing review. So I'll put that one up for you, mate. Just saying. I wonder what it could be. Boost.
Yeah, I tell you what. I know what we're going to buy Ian for his birthday next time.
Big wooden spoon.
Yeah, I was going to say one of these big, massive wooden spoons. Ideal birthday present for Ian.
Yeah, hope to join the morning coffee crew Sunday. Love you. Have a great day.
Thank you, Angel. So, yes, I'll see everyone bright and early in the morning.
Yeah, you sure will.
Yeah, or maybe later. I don't know. Well, Pixie's going live later. So
It's Thursday. It's just going live. Was it?
yes,
Is it
yes.
about 9 o'clock, 9:15?
Well, it says about 9:15.
That's
So
fine.
yeah. So if everyone wants to tune into Pixie's channel later on, it's going live at 9:15. So yeah. So everybody tune into Pixie's live later on.
I
So
might show me face for him.
so I'll see everyone in the morning. Bye.
Bye.